I'm sure you're wondering why I nominated him among all the students I had in the past. And I can only tell you that when he came into my program, he knew nothing about debate, and yet he proceeded to do it and did very well with it. He became really more like a son to me.
There were great professors that were very interested in us as individuals. One is of course Guy Yates, who was probably my mentor and the greatest individual influence in my life, actually. And to this day I can remember sitting in his interpersonal communication class, and I think that I use those skills that I learned in that class every day of my life, working with the clients that I work with, working with staff, working with individuals. So that's one thing that really I have picked up and learned. The other thing that I learned a lot about was debate. I had never been in a debate, so he put me in there, and people were laughing because it was just so funny because I didn't know what I was doing. My first debate partner was a fellow student named Sherry, and Sherry and I got into this thing, and the other side was doing protection, consumer protection on IUDs. And being from a naive little person from White Deer, Texas, I didn't know what an IUD was, had no clue what it was. And so I had to turn to her and ask her, so everybody was laughing and carrying on. And that was probably one of the funniest things Guy had said, was that it was the most entertaining debate anybody had ever heard, because I really didn't know what I was talking about. So that was kind of fun. The forensic squad was probably my highlight of my time at West Texas State, competing and being able to really forge lifelong friendships through that area of speech and theaters. One of the other things I want to do is kind of set up a foundation that really works with individuals that are in the profession that I am, which is a professional fiduciary and guardian of the persons in a estate, to help them through making decisions for older or individuals and help to guide that and work with that. So that is one thing I want to do. Other things that I've done on my bucket list is actually doing what I'm doing now. I've always enjoyed wanting to be an entrepreneur, wanting to own my own company, going to do that, and been fairly successful at it. And so I enjoy every day of my life because I have my passion and I do what I want to do. But just being able to meet people on the same level that they're on, I learned not to be judgmental about individuals through that process, but to accept them where they are. I might not be able to change them, but it's fine. Their journey is their own, and I can choose to be a part of that journey or not. And I think that's been very successful in me communicating and working with individuals that might have mental health issues, older individuals with dementia, individuals with special needs or disabilities, working with my staff. I also work in legislative type of committees on the state level and county level, and the communication aspect of working with those individuals has been huge. And I've been able to really act as a leader in those areas because of the things that I learned and actually the abilities that I learned at WT through communication. I think it's a huge area that people need to learn more about. I think my advice to students would be, one, overcome your fears. That is the thing that holds really most individuals back from achieving their goals and achieving what they really have as their passion. And the other thing is, you can always find a job with your passion in it. It might take creativity, but you can do that. So I would say, just go for what you think you want to do, your passion for it. But it took me a few years to find out my passion was working with older adults and older individuals and bringing my skills to that set of group of people and being successful in it. But I think that if I had any advice, it's to overcome your fears and to work on obtaining your goals and your passion.